Hello everybody. When you're ready to clock in, simply tap on the Workyard Crew app and you will be brought to this screen. Then click on Start Work and select your project. You can search through the list to find your project, or you can simply type it into the search bar. So when type in sugar, anything with a project name, geofence address, or customer name with sugar will return as a result. I'll choose sugar unit 1. Then I will select my cost code. I will say I'm doing carpentry and then confirm clock in. Alright, now I'm clocked in. You'll notice up at the top there are two different colored icons. One's an orange break icon for when you're ready to take a break, and another one is a red finish icon for when you are ready to clock out for the day. So right now you'll notice in the project time section there's one project, and let's say I want to add a note to this first project. I will tap on this share work progress in the notes section, and this screen will pop up to add a note. I'll type in my description. I'll say test, and if I want to associate this note with a project, I can do so by tapping the select location and typing in the project name that I'm working on, and it's sugar unit 1. That's optional, but what this does is if you associate it with the project, this note will also appear on the project profile page along with being in the time card. And if I want to add an image to this note, I can do so by tapping add images, select my image, and then click done. And there I have it. I have a note and I'm ready to add it by tapping on add note. Alright, now you will see in the note section there is one note. Next, let's say I'm ready for the next project. I will tap on that left right arrow in the green or teal colored icon there. Select the time. It's defaulting to 9:30, which is the current time. If I went there a little bit earlier, I can change it to 9:29. However, I cannot put it into a time in the future. As I'm trying to do so right now, it will default to the current time. But let's say I got there a minute earlier, I can say 9:29. And then I can search through my list here to search for my project, or type it out. And this will return with any results that says Walmart. Let's say I'm working on 1400 South Lane Street, Seattle, Washington. And then I'll click next. This is the only cost code with that project, and I will add this cost code. And then now in the project time section, you will see two projects. If I want to review what projects I worked on previously, I will tap on this project time section and it will pull up the project and cost codes that I have worked on today. If any of these are not correct, I can always tap on that red X and delete it and re-add it. Also from the screen, let's say I'm ready to move on to my third project of the day. I can also add a project from here as well by tapping on this tag projects. And then it will ask me my start time. I'll say 9:32. And let's say I'm working at this location. Now it's selected. I'll click next, and then I will choose my cost code, appliances, add, and now you will see I have 3 projects. To go back to the main screen, I will tap on the X on the upper left hand corner, and now you will see there are 3 projects in the project time section. All right, let's say I'm ready to take my break. I will tap on that orange break button up top. And again, it will ask you for your start time of your break time. It will default to the current time, 9:33. If I try to put it something in the future, it will not allow me to do that. However, I can choose a previous time. Let's say if I started a minute earlier and say it's at 9:32. Then I will tap save. And now you will notice up top, the red finish button has disappeared. So this will be the only button available to you when you're on break. Once you're off a break, tap on that orange end break button. Again, it will ask you for the time, and then tap on save. Now you will notice once you're off a break and back on the clock, you'll notice up top the red finish button will appear again. And you will also notice your break time section being filled out, in this case for 1 minute from 9:32 a.m. to 9:33. If I want to delete that break time, I can tap on that red bin and it will take this off from my time card. All right, now I'm finished for the workday. I will tap on that red finish button. Here I can review my time. I can also review the projects that I did for this day by tapping on projects. To go back to the previous screen, tap on the X. And once I'm ready to submit this time card, I will tap on next. Here, answer any questions on this form. Say no, yes. Now, these questions are conditional questions. So for example, if you tap on yes for the first question, you'll notice there's additional questions that you need to fill out. So I'll just say test, and then I'll say yes. All right, and I'm ready to acknowledge this form. So I will sign my initials or sign your full signature. And then tap complete. All right, now you're all done for the day. Thank you.